Well, it definitely turned out to be another warm one for us today. Once we broke out the clouds by mid-afternoon, we warmed into the mid to upper 80s across the region. We're pretty quiet right now looking outside. 7th and Rangeline sitting at 74. Dew point's been climbing, so we're sitting at 63, which makes it feel a little sticky out there. All right, we're still tracking some thunderstorms out to the west, so we do still have a severe threat, especially after midnight. The greatest severe threat is going to stay northeastern Oklahoma. The farther north you go and east, the atmosphere is quite a bit more stable, so really not conducive for much in the way of severe weather. But still timing, kind of 11 p.m. to about 3 a.m. Our main threat is going to be wind. I'm going to keep tornado, hail, and rain threat, at least on the lower side. We're pretty quiet. As of right now, we don't really have that much going on, and we're not going to see much, at least over the next couple hours. But we're tracking this complex, very small complex, moving due east right along the state line of Kansas and Oklahoma. It's a lot of questions of if it's going to dive into northeastern Oklahoma, if it's going to die out completely, but it is producing some pretty good winds, especially ahead of this line. We've been getting a lot of winds kind of in that 60 upwards to 70, 75 mile per hour range. But these are going to stay intense all the way through Ponca City, south of Wichita. Then it's a question of what happens once you get out into our western counties. So it's just something we're going to have to monitor for the next few hours. It won't get into our western counties for at least 2 more hours, and it looks like the heaviest rain will stay in our southern counties. So we're going to track this as it gets in. Here's midnight, so this is going to be late. I do think it's going to weaken as it pushes in, but we may get a couple severe thunderstorm warnings due to wind, wind gusts of 60, but that's really just about it. And then I think it really just kind of falls apart. You can see this kind of wind line out ahead of it, or an outflow boundary. And the rain really not too heavy behind it, but of course something we want to watch as we go through the night. It'll be gone during the morning hours. So rainfall amounts, because it just doesn't have a lot of moisture, I don't think it's going to be very much, maybe upwards to 1/4 or 1/2 inch in some spots. Then we move to the heat advisory, which goes in effect by tomorrow afternoon due to a big dome of high pressure right across parts of Texas. This dome is going to press farther northeast, and that is going to give us quite a bit of heat over the next few days. Now, we're going to have clouds all morning, so this is going to keep our temperature down. We'll be in the upper 80s by the noon hour. As we break out, we should warm mid to upper 90s, pressing 100 once we get into our western counties. But I actually think it's Thursday. There's going to be the hotter day. We're going to have quite a bit of sunshine. Temperatures should shoot to about 104, 105 by the time we head into Thursday afternoon. Also, heat indices getting up there about 110 as we go through the next few days. All right, so alert days due to heat, 99 tomorrow, 104 Thursday, 102 Friday. Cooling down a bit, but some scattered thunderstorms on Saturday.
It's too bad that the rain chances and amounts are likely diminishing, because one thing we do need is rain.
It's rain. We don't need wind.
We don't. 60-mile-an-hour winds no one needs. That's going to possibly result in some tree damage. Good morning. Thanks, Doug.